Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we finished off the Heavensward White Mage quests, and then we headed off to report our success to Lord Count Edmond, but we found out that Tataru and Alpha Node here got themselves in trouble by the Buzz. They were tried for heresy. We freed them by trial of combat, and we also went out to free Raban, who was said to be executed. We also learned that the Nanamo is alive, though in a state of death by some alchemic means. We gotta figure out what we gotta do now. To siege or not to siege? Tataru? Yes, General Raban is now in safe hands. Oh shit. I skipped it. And it would seem we face another crisis. The Dravanians are preparing to resume their siege of the Holy See. Though I am loath to abandon the Sultana to her fate, we lack the necessary evidence to act upon Dulala's claims. That being the case, I propose to lead Marshal Tarupin and the others to investigate and return with all haste to Ishgard. Alright. The Dravanians are at it again. Why am I going through here? Oh boy. Oh, since we've got the aether currents now, I can show you that one menu I was trying to get into before. Oh, I guess I have to actually get into the areas. No, I'm sure the story will take us there. Alright, where am I going? Fort Tom Manor. Alright. A cyclone has popped up. Ah, there you are. Sorry for cutting your reunion with General Raban short. I wouldn't have bothered you, but the city is awash with rumors of another Dravanian attack, and Lord Horshant was desperate to get a hold of you. Speaking of whom, he and the others are waiting for you inside, so you better head in. Alright, what's going on here? I was having a nice little reunion with a fallen general. My friend, thank you for answering our call with such alacrity. As I'm sure you're now aware, the Dravanians are once more gathering for war. Mr. Spry, Master Lavalier, I must apologize for this abrupt summons, but we thought it best to have Mistress Tataru contact you by the most direct means available. When the Observatorium's bell is tolled, it is a warning that cannot be ignored. The Holy See has ordered that we make ready for battle. In case you haven't heard, a band of trappers returning from the west claimed they saw a cloud of dragons big enough to dim the midday sky. Nidhogg's minions gathered once more for war. But I would not have you take up arms in another one of our conflicts. And first you came to Ishgard, I offer you my protection. I cannot ensure your safety here. If I cannot ensure your safety here, I cannot well accept your aid, much less ask for it. Scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are faced with the choice to remain in a besieged Ishgard or seek sanctuary elsewhere. I would not presume to influence your decision, but I must ask you to make it swiftly, lest our enemies force your hand. I mean, we really have nowhere else to go besides the Waking Sands, and I really don't want to go back to Waking Sands. I like this place better. Alpha, what do you think? Though we flee to the ends of the world, 'twould seem that no place in this troubled age is free of strife. Once more the horde descends upon Ishgard, and once more her weary defenders must take up spear and bow. The Count would have us seek shelter from the storm, but I for one grow tired of running. If we are to shine the light of dawn, we must do so in sight of our fellow man, not hunkered in a hole. What say you, Cecila? I would stay and fight. Then fight we shall. Let it never be said that we abandon our allies in their hour of need. The choice we make this day may have grave implications for our order. It is only right that Tataru should have a say. Come, let us all meet outside and discuss the path that lies before us. And she's right behind you. Can't you just talk to her then? Alright, Tataru. What do you say about all this?
ドラゴン族によるイシュガルドへの再攻撃。これが実行に移されれば、たとえ撃退できようとも大きな被害が出ることは間違いない。
でもどうするですか？ドラゴン族相手じゃ会話にすらならないです。
いや、対話した者がいるはずだ。
まさか氷の巫女ですか？
君がクルザス西部高地で氷の巫女と出会った時、彼女は自分の罪を悔いていたと言ったね。ならば可能性はある。ドラゴン族と接点のある彼女を通じてニーズヘッグに攻撃を思いとどまらせるんだ。
その旅路、俺も同行させてもらおう。
Ah, Estinian! Haven't seen you in a while.
エスティニアン殿。
遠佐にたけり狂うニーズヘッグ相手に交渉が通じるとは思わんが、幾ばくかの時間は稼げるかもしれん。それに俺が持つ竜の目の力と光の戦士がいれば、奴を仕留めこの戦を終結させることも。
高名な青の竜騎士が同行してくれるというなら、これほど心強いことはないが、あくまで戦闘は最終手段。まずは交渉が優先だ。
好きにするがいいさ。氷の巫女にしたってすぐにやろうだなんて思っちゃいない。ただしアイメリクに詳しいことは伝えるなよ。異端疑惑に奴を巻き込むわけにはいかんからな。
了解したエスティニアン殿。それでは同行の件、こちらからもお願いさせていただくよ。よろしく頼む。
ああ、よろしくな。
Okay, thus the journey begins. We have chosen a difficult road, yet even should we succeed in winning Ishgard to our cause, our plans for parley will swiftly come to naught should the Holy See decide to strike first against the Horde. We must petition the Lord Commander's aid ere we set forth. I only hope that Sir Imric will be willing to muzzle Ishgard's forces on the strength of our vague assurances. Tataru, I would ask that you remain in Fort Tom's Manor and inform the Count of our decision. Tell the Scions of the Seventh Dawn mean to do all in their power to ensure that Ishgard and her people survive. Yes, sir. Alright. Difficult road indeed. We speak to the Lord Commander, pray make it quick. It's nice to just let us walk in.
第3課の防備を固めろ。対流バリスタの整備は怠るなよ。
はっ、了解であります。
なあ、君たちか。知っての通り、ドラゴン族がコート再攻撃に備え集結しているとの情報があってね。
お忙しいところ申し訳ありません。話というのも九段の再攻撃に関することなのです。ドラゴン族の進行を止める手立てがあるやもしれません。 現時点で詳しいことを申し上げられないのですが、我々が対策を講じている間、先制攻撃を控えるよう教皇庁に働きかけてはいただけないでしょうか。
侵攻の阻止が本当に可能であるのならぜひにと思うが、その手法を話してはもらえないのかね。
俺も同行するつもりだ。彼らの手法が成功するかどうかはともかく、敵戦力の切り崩しとニーズヘッグの足止めはできそうだね。教皇庁の主戦論者たちにしてもどうせ勝算はないのだろう。聖戦だなんだと威勢だけはいいものの、具体性に欠けるというのが連中じゃないか。
確かに私自身としても先制攻撃には反対だ。今はとにかく少しでもコートの防備を固めるべきだとね。青の竜騎士と光の戦士殿が邪竜ニーズヘッグの足止めに出陣するというのなら説得材料にはなるか。よかろう。君たちが私のことを案じてくれているのはそれとなく分かっているつもりだ。教皇庁との交渉は引き受けるが、くれぐれも無茶はするなよ。
Alright, we got our blessing. God, that's a name. Holy shit, dude. Huh. So having secured armor support, we may proceed without fear of a preemptive Ishgardian attack, which is not to say we can afford to dither. History tells us that the Dravanians will attack as soon as their horde reaches a critical size. Before that happens, we must needs track down and win over the Lady Ishgard, and then locate and parley with Nidhogg. In short, time is against us. If you're ready, Estinian, let us be at our task. Alright, do we have any plans about doing this? What's going on here?
Ah, ドラゴン族の再攻撃が近いとアドネール先生代から警鐘が発せられたもので、
竜どもが再び動くか。だが政権の力を手にした今、いかに七竜といえど固めのニーズヘッグを解き恐れるほどのものではない。こそこそと動きうるアシエンどもにしても我らを利用しておるつもりだろうが、さてどちらが上手かの。
しかしゲイカ、あの黒法衛たちは未知の力を持っています。このまま隠し通せるものでしょうか。
ケイも用心深い男よな。それが心強くもあるが、人を導くものなればこそ揺るぎなき大胆さも必要ぞ。我らは千年の禍根を断とうとしておるのだ。真の変革のためこの身を犠牲にする覚悟もできておる。
では青の竜騎士と光の戦士が何やら動いているようですが、彼らも。
放っておけ。人にはそれぞれ己が役割というものがある。そう、力を得たケイラにもな。
全ては
Oh.
トールダンの名のもと
Oh boy. Okay, so I don't like what this guy's planning. Before we step forth, we must needs to inform Tatar of our plans. Then I shall wait you at Saint Reinet's Forum. Tell your friend we may be some time. The road you have chosen is neither short nor easy. Of that I need no reminding. Come, so let's head back to Fort Tom's Manor. Oh boy. We're in for a rough one. Alright, Jewel. No, the last vigil. I got hiccups! Oh. This guy's still DCing. He's. Our course is set, Tataru. It may be some time before Cess and I return to Ishgard. Well, you be careful, alright? Oh, and don't worry about me. I'll be busy listening out for news for our lost friends. If anyone can find them, it's you, Tataru. Farewell for now. Oh, before you go, you must put this on, Alphino. I made it especially. What do you get? What is it? No, I couldn't possibly. Very well. Oh, new wardrobe. Oh, look at that. Out of 12, it fits perfectly, and the quality is actually really rather good. I'm glad you like it. I've been practicing my needlework while I listen to the rumors and like. A good receptionist is always learning new skills. My thanks, Tataru. Whatever else waits me upon the road, I shall not fear the cold. 'Twas the least I could do. Now I must be getting back to the tavern, or I'll never catch up with all the gossip. Best of luck on your journey. The tavern. I mean, I get it. Pubs and taverns are like the best place to gather information. Hopefully she's not indulging herself too much. Alright, where do I gotta go? Where's that foundation? Alright, before I do that, I'm gonna pop on over to the Crozier, whatever the hell this is called. Why not? 25. Alright. Again, what I say, I'm still thinking it's sprint. It's clearly not sprint, but it's a habit. You've said your farewells then. Aye, we are ready to depart. I suggest we begin a search for Lady Arthur without delay. Very well, but she will prove an elusive quarry. Where do you intend to start looking? In the absence of any fresh intelligence of the Assail's movements, I propose we pick up the trail where she was encountered last, the Cortez Western Highlands. Let us speak with Sir Redwald, was it? As the commander of Falcon's Nest, it is like that we will know of any heretic activity that has been reported in the area. Alright, like I said, we eventually would find our way back. And now that we've actually been into this area, I can actually see if I can do this. No? I guess I have to actually unlock one first, don't I? What is that? Bridge over frozen water? What is that? Sir! Oh, this is an ether current. This is one of the side quests that give ether currents. Do you have a moment to talk? A short while ago, one of the workers from House Dismail asked me to go and deal with some Mylodons that have been causing trouble. The Black Iron Bridge barely spread the calamity and is dismayed. You know what? I don't really care about the side quest story. I think I have to actually get one in order to actually see it on the menu. But like, here's how the compass works. This will tell you which direction to go. So northwest, and then north. Northwest. There's one right there. This is an ether current. This is what we're looking for. You tune in ether current. Alright. So here's what we're looking at. So the green ones, the top ones are all from ones from quests. This includes side quests and main story quests. The bottom ones, all the green ones, that's all exploration. So there is 1, 2, 3, what do I say, like 7 or 8 I can get to exploring. That's how it works. So you'll be doing this a lot. Well, Mistress Rye, what business brings you back to Falcon's Nest? Judging by the company you keep, it can be no trifling matter. The Azure Dragoon I know, of course, but I do not believe I met this young gentleman. Alphino Laval, you're at your service, and you're not mistaken as the gravity of our mission, Sir Redwald. As I'm sure you're aware, the Observatorium has warned the Dravanians gather for another assault. We believe there may yet be a way to avert the coming conflict, but only if we can find the elusive Lady Iceheart. Thus, we have come to Falcon's Nest in the hope of acquiring the latest intelligence on the heretics' movements. I see. Then you would be best served by speaking directly to my men. A patrol is due to return from its sweep to the surrounding lands at any moment. You may also wish to question the knights assigned to pick over the remains of the heretic refuge at Gorgain Mills. It is possible they have unearthed information that could be of use to you. Mistress Ryle knows well the place I speak of, for it was she who discovered it. Let's divide our forces then. I'll stay and await the return of the patrol, while the two of you visit this refuge. When I've completed my inquiries, I will join you there. A wise use of our time. Come, Cecil, I'm eager to learn what Sir Redwald's men have found in the Heretic's lair. Okay. So we gotta go all the way up there, huh? That's fine. My quest is in that direction anyway. You know, I'm not gonna get them all on video, but I'll get whatever I can. Like I said, you'll be doing this a lot. Probably over here. I'm not sure if it's down below. Might be down below. Yeah. Oh, these, it's down below. Should be like right near it. Aha! There it is. What is this? Oh, interesting. Secret passage. Hey, no, this was down here. Whee! All right. To the west. I got out of this ravine though. I'm kind of going west. Okay, it's south of me. I got out of this ravine. Right above me. God damn. You gotta go far to get out of this damn ravine. Aha. Oh shit, there's a maintenance tonight. Oh, I forgot about the maintenance. Maintenance is at 10 p.m. Pacific, so that would be 11, 12, that'd be 1 o'clock. So I have 2.5 hours. Oh, less than 2.5 hours. Great. I can probably get I'll be able to get 2 parts in at least. Chocobo! Where am I an XP for you? I'm getting close to a level. Alright, I'll fly back there. Or teleport fly back there. I'll teleport back there when I'm done with my business up here. I have to run all the way back here. Aha! Look at that! I didn't do that. Clearly I can see it. Sir! Mrs. Rye, our findings, you say? Well, there's something of a tale there. No sooner had we chanced upon a promising looking sheaf of letters that they were ambushed from the shadows by great white beasts. It would seem the heretics foresaw our coming and left behind their pets to discourage further investigation. Several of our number were badly wounded. And you cannot carry out your duties until the creatures are slain. We have no time for the waiting for aid from reinforcements. Let us deal with these pets ourselves, Cecila. Alright. White bears from the looks of it. Polar bears! I killed your baby. And you're dead too. Join your child in death. I mean, how do you not notice the giant polar bears? The beasts are slain then. My thanks, Mistress Rye. We returned to our duty without fear of them mauling. And I got an Alphanol minion. You wish to track down Lady Iceheart, is that? It's not so. My phone's about to die, so hopefully my mic doesn't bug out. You wish to track the records we discover are that those beasts mauled my comrades appear to be some manner of correspondence. We had not the luxury of perusing their contents more closely, intent as we were surviving on an onslaught, fang and claw. By the way, those epistles contain more than friendly salutations betwixt lonely heretics. My interrogation by the patrol proved fruitless. Either we divine some clue from these letters, or we wander the snowfields and pray that gods lead us right into Iceheart's door. Alright, well, let's hope we can find something. Have you recovered much of the heretics' correspondence? Splendid. Added the contributions from Master Lavalier and Sir Estinian, we now have more than a dozen letters. Wait, what we have here? What have we here then? Every one of these papers was a record of the dealings betwixt the Gorgane Mills heretics and the fellows in the Akafa amphitheater. There are requests for foodstuffs, clothing, and all manner of provisions. Iceheart's followers must yet inhabit the ruins we had thought abandoned. The Akafa amphitheater, the very place where you witnessed the manifestation of the primal Shiva, was it not? If that is our destination, their journey will be long indeed. The amphitheater lies on the other side of a treacherous tract of ice and snow that cannot swiftly be crossed. Then we must place our faith in the Ethernet. As you may recall, our dear friend Monbrida succeeded in recreating the Akafa beacon after it had been destroyed by Lady Iceheart. At the time, it was assumed that the resultant aetherite would only be temporarily viable, but given that the heretics at Gorgane Mills seem to have been in regular contact with their brethren at the amphitheater, I'll wager it still functions. I suggest we make for the aetherite within Snowcliff without a delay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Estinian, but in the course of mapping the Snowcliff tunnel, a passage was discovered leading out to the Western Highlands, was it not? Might it be possible for us to reach the aetherite from this side of the wall? It should. House Durandare posted soldiers at the Western Highlands. Entrance of the tunnel was cleared, but they will not delay us entry. Alright. I'm gonna do that. I mean, it's probably closer if I just go back to Falcon's Nest. Oh, is that the entrance we saw before? At the bottom of that ravine? This is far north. So, where are we at? Making progress. Got 4 travel currents down, 1 quest current. I believe 2 are associated with the main story. I believe you get 1 when you completely finish off an area. So once we're completely done with this area, I believe we'll get the last one. And assuming I've gotten all the ones at that point, I should be able to fly. Oh, that's okay. Guess it's down here then. The guests of House Fort Toms, accompanied by the Azure Dragoon, no less. I cannot imagine what brought you out this far, but you are welcome to enter the tunnels if that is your will. Assuming the XIV beacon still functions, and we must pray to the 12 that it does, we shall arrive at our destination in mere moments. Though I do not expect to be greeted by the promised Shiva, we should nonetheless be prepared for a frosty reception. The heretics are not likely to rejoice at the appearance of something or other. Alright. Sounding out the amphitheater. Sounds like something I do. In all the music in Heavensward, this music track right here is by far one of my favorites in the entirety of Heavensward's OST. An impressive structure. I wonder how many ages it was endured. Maybe you should ask their occupants. They seem a friendly bunch. Dogs of Ishgard, is it not enough that you banish our beloved saint? We not be satisfied to the ice slick with the last drops of our blood. Stay your weapons, we've come under the flag of parley. We only wish to speak with your mistress that we might broker a peace. Do you think us fools, boy? It will take more than honeyed words to earn our trust. You walk with a dragon slayer, and we know all too well that what he is capable of. My reputation precedes me. They give us a little choice. Come, brothers, may dragon wings bear us to victory. Will not defile the second player's second time. Let me give this. No way, we did not come here to fight. Waste no more words on them. They are deaf to reason. God, I love this music. Heavensward has some very good music. This is... It sucks that this isn't a musical in the game. At least not that I'm aware. Oh god, by the fury. They partake the blood of the dragons. 7 hells. Can dragon blood truly bring about such a transformation? And it clearly does. You saw it with your own eyes. You should not come here, Ishgardians. Behold the true power of our faith! 12 for Fen! At last, a foe I might sink my lance into.
おいしれ。
魔力よ走れ。
I like how Alpno is just standing there. Oh, there he goes. Now he acts. That was fun. He fought like demons. 'Tis death to remain. Fall back, brothers. Retreat to the cinders. I see no sign of Lady Iceheart, but that we have questioned one of them. What would you ask that we do we already know? They make for the cinders, and so must we. Even should an ambush wait us, 'tis certain there will be more heretics to question. The cinders, you say? I confess the name is unknown to me. Mayhap you be so good as to enlighten us, Justinian? I suspect it is the heretics' way of referring to the Dreaming Dragon, an island of sorts found in the midst of the frozen lake of Ash Pool. Some 500 years past, 'tis told the Azure Dragoon of the age fought a dragon of titanic proportions. After a savage struggle, the mighty creature was weakened unto the point of death, and forced into a magic slumber by an entire chapter of the Holy Seed sorcerers. Ere long, a rain of ash and cinders did begin to fall upon the sleeping serpent's motionless form, covering the creature at length in a shroud of gray. Of course, a thick layer of ice was since formed on top of it, but you may be sure I speak truth. A fascinating tale. We should make haste to the Ashen Isle. Alright. And the awesome music is gone. The Dreaming Dragon lies far to the west. Before we approach the Frozen Beast, however, there is another place I would visit first. I am told the Convictors have set up camp in Twin Pools. Their leader Jean Lot may have information of us to use. But maybe you're not familiar with that name either. The Convictors are dragon slayers, after a fashion, but I'm willing to wager that they encounter their fair share of heretics. If we are indeed walking into a trap, I will learn what all there is to know of our foe. A sound suggestion. Let's speak to these Convictors then, and temper our haste with a measure of caution. Alright. It's a shame there's no aether right over there, making traveling getting there a lot easier. Oops. Northwest. Oh, thankfully I'm kind of going that direction. Northeast! Must be up top. Northeast. There it is. I remember the one, but there was one tricky ether current to get to. One's probably around over there somewhere. West. Aha. To the north! I think this is the one that was tricky to get to. Yeah, we kind of had to do a little bit of parkour on that thing. Oh, there's one to the east. There it is. This is pretty much how getting all the currents are gonna go. Since I'm already halfway done getting the currents from exploration, I'll probably just get them all just for this part, just to show what it's like, pretty much what some of what's gonna be happening for me off video for the rest of the areas. I believe it was around here. Could have sworn it was like a tricky one to get around, get here. Probably up top of this. Ha. I could have sworn there was one on top of there. I only have 2 left, so I might as well get the last 2 and be done with it. Whoa! Ugh. Look at this thing. Aha. Alright, this one is the southeast. So it's over there, above the cliff. That way. Gotta climb more cliffs from the looks of it. Somewhere around here. Aha! Alright. That is all the ether currents I can get through exploration in this area. And since I've already gotten part of Sea of Clouds unlocked, and I've got the entirety, I got almost the entirety of the Forelands mapped out. I might do I don't know. I kind of want to get another part in because I'll have time for another parts, but I also want to do some side quests. Whoa. Yeah, there's the maintenance notice. You can't see it, but yeah. I have enough time to do one more part. It's in 2 hours. I have time for at least one more part. I don't know. Let's just see it. Well, what do we have here? Hoping to join the esteemed ranks of the Convictors, are we? The hard-eyed lassie looks promising, but you have a frail look about you, boy. I give you 3 days or the wilds claim your corpse. I beg your pardon. Be not so quick to judge. I have seen this frail youth fell heretics with a flick of his wrist. And who are you to question my... By the fury! That armor, that lance. The as a dragoon himself graces our camp. Pray forgive my disrespect, sir. I am Jean Taylor, leader of the Convictors and fellow slayer of dragons. May I ask what winds, fair or foul, carry you into our humble camp? Ah, Lady Iceheart, is it? I know her reputation, but I'm afraid I've seen none of her or her people. That said, my young man can be somewhat lax when it comes to making reports. You may wish to question them yourselves. Thank you, we shall. Cecilla, Astinian, let us make our way through camp and see what information there is to be had. Fine. Lord. Okay. Yeah, another quest. And another quest. Cowards, all of you, have no shame at all. This is not the dungeon, so, oh, I beg your... Wait, are you not Mistress Rye? Honored ward of House Fortons? Praise Luna, you will consider my request. Know that you the Dusk Vigil, westernmost of the Citadel watchtowers built to warn of the horde's approach. Tools lost following the calamity, another victim of the snows. Within the ruins lies a priceless treasure which must be needs to be reclaimed. I thought to enlist the services of these so-called dragon slayers, but it seems their courage is not so boundless as they would have you believe. But you, madam, you are not one to shy away from danger, am I right? Very good indeed. There is a sculpture of the fear within the Dusk Vigil's chapel, an ice rondelle set in its helm. I'll have you prize it free and deliver it to me. The vigil is not difficult to find. Simply head north towards Banepool until you come to the gates. Knights may bar your passage, but should you explain who you are, they'll grant you leave to enter. All right. Okay. Speaking of oh, my armor's actually decent. Certainly one of these people have come and encountered heretics while hunting. Pray speak with as many as you can, Cecila. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother Pierre Croix or something? I have enough trouble keeping these preening fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Lord. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every Rightmo, Verimon, and Bertinent that wanders in and out of camp? God, these guys are so lovely. Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea. Why a heretic could pass under my very nose, shouldn't be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear lady, not the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies and for my signs to my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Well. Pierre Croix, what do you have for me? Some I can help you with, my lady. Heretic, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but they ain't to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods know we've gleaned precious little from talking to the rest of these people. If it pleases my lord, I am Pierre Quay, a soldier by trade, though not much of one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk, I took up the spear. See? No, it was by order of Sir Jean Taylor's father. As long as they keep paying me wages, I ain't fussy as to where they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of lowborn lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once you've got to thinking how unfair it is, that don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Ishgard was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' tribe and asked for seconds. Told me they were off to the Western Highlands to light a signal fire. That's how you let the heretics know that you're serious about joining the ranks, apparently. Send up some purple smoke, and the bastards come to you. Is that so? Why then, I minded to start a fire. God damn, more quests opened up. Oh. I wanted to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing, and I ain't killing him besides. I'm sure you noticed that dragon is the only thing. Why am I talking to you? So, there's the 3 wind currents. And he has 1. So, actually, this will give me flight. Cool. So... this will give me flight if I knock these 3 quests out real quick. It would make getting around this area a lot easier. Gotta hunt polar bears now. Normally I don't do this stuff on video, but I didn't realize I'd get flight. I'm already so close to getting flight in this area. Oh look, a quest opened up too over there. Lovely. Alright. What's this? The Ward of the House Fortune wishes to enter this vigil. You are aware that the ruins are infested with wild beasts and gods know what else, are you not? Why, just the other day, one of the convictors claimed to have seen a massive winged beast. Not a dragon mind, but something altogether different. But far be it from me to deny an interesting personality to get the opportunity to kill herself in a new and exciting ways. Pray go on ahead. Alright. Cool. Alright. It'll be quick. Hopefully. Ugh. Take a look at this ruined place. This place is worse shit than the Stone Vigil. Okay. I got a story. With each new expansion, I always focus on my main, obviously. And when I say main, I mean like my main job. So right now, on my main character, my main job is Dancer. Whether or not that's going to change in Endwalker is left to be said. I'll know more when the digital fan fest starts and they announce that second job that they're adding in. Though Sage is pretty interesting. But the story. I would go through the story with my main job, whatever that may be, whether it be a new one or the same one, and I'd go through the entirety of the expansion with it, and then I'd hoard all the dungeon gear, like all my dungeon gear that I get shoved into my retainers when I no longer need them. So when I actually get around to leveling my other jobs, that can use that gear, I just pull it out of my retainer. And my retainer is pretty much jam-packed of gear for a long time. It takes me a couple months to get all my battle classes to the level cap. It didn't take me as long as in Shadowbringers to get them all to 80 though, as it did with Heavensward and Stormblood. But since I really don't have, I mentioned it before, but I really have no plans on leveling another job with this character. And if I do, it's something that's not gonna be explored until I hit endgame with this character, which we're still 2 expansions, possibly 3 if I don't hit if I don't hit endgame before Endwalker comes out. We're still 2 to 3 expansions away. Oh, that was weird. Oh, that was just rude. This thing really doesn't like me. What the fuck was that? What the fuck? I got like double stuns. That was bullshit. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Fucking mammoth. That was bullshit. I'm gonna fucking save that. There, I'm saving that. That was bullshit. I don't know why I saved it. I can just cut it out in highlights. I think that might have been the first highlight I made of this. That was both funny and unfortunate at the same time. That was both shits. And thankfully, in Heavensward and the dungeons that we'll be doing now are all straightforward. There are no side paths that you can take, unlike some of the Realm of Born dungeons, like the Temple of Karn had some rooms that you had to go into to make the map out, to complete the map. Nope. Every dungeon is a pretty much straight path. There's no side paths for you to take, so you won't have to worry about not fully mapping out a dungeon. This fight was always kind of a handful. We got so much going on in this fight. What you're supposed to do is kill the ads, but people pretty much bum like this whole thing. I sure would take the loot. Fuck. I should really be taking the loot so I can turn them in for seals for my Grand Company rank. That's what I should be doing. Oops. I'll do it from now on. It's nice to have an insta heal at this point for levels, because back when Heavensward first came out, we didn't have a Flate of Solace. The only insta heal we had as healer throughout all of Heavensward was Tetragrammaton and obviously Benediction. A Flate of Solace was a Shadowbringer's ability that they brought in. I I think it's they brought that in place of other skills. And they kind of got rid of, when it comes to expansions, they tend to they either change some skills or they get rid of some entirely. So there's been a lot of skills that have been in the game that I'm no longer here. So like white mages lost protects. What else? The tanks lost their DPS stances. A lot of skills that were here are no longer here. White mage lost arrow 3, which kind of sucks because that takes their AoE dot ability away. I don't know why it took away arrow 3. I would rather have arrow 3 than arrow 1 or 2. They should have just made it so arrow 2 can just upgrade, but I guess arrow 3 is a dot is an AoE dot. I guess that probably wouldn't work. We're at the final boss. They'll probably go straight into the fight. I'm surprised they haven't gotten in the fight yet. Ugh. Aha, there's the jewel I'm looking for. Oh. The Falcon! Dungeons in Heavensward and beyond are pretty simple. They're pretty, they're not long to do. Falcon's dead. Alright. That is done. Nice and easy dungeon. I actually really like the dungeon in Heavensward. Minus... Okay. I like most of them. There's one... Out of all the dungeons in Heavensward, including the ones that are unlocked through post-game, there's only one that I really, really hate. And it sucks. It's gonna suck for me because... I don't know about now, because I haven't done it in a while, but as a healer, that dungeon sucks. It's about on the level. It's about almost in levels as Orin Veiled. Mainly the final boss of that dungeon. That's the main problem I always have as a healer there. Everything else about that dungeon is fine. So I'm kind of not looking forward to that. Alright, here's your crystal. I'll take my aether current. I'll take the food, which will leave me just the one to unlock from you. Yes. Stinian! If you are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter, so no, are you not, Cecily? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Mr. Alphanode, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the dreaming dragon with the fruits of our labor. Alright, easy enough. I can kill a couple of yaks. At least in the story quest where you're tasked with killing monsters for certain things, it's the items that they ask for is very minimal. Like, get 2 of this, get 3 of that, whatever. Even the side quests are like that. I played an MMO where, while it wasn't a main quest, it was a daily quest. And that MMO, you were tasked of defeating 50 certain enemies, 50 types, or no, defeating a certain enemy 50 times, and yeah, that, considering the level of that, considering where I was at that point in that game and how strong they were, that was actually quite a feat. And it took a while. And that game would be Oz the Story too. There aren't many MMOs I played and stuck with long term. There were only 3 that I stuck and played long term. Those MMOs were obviously this one. There was Terra, until that game started to go down the toilet, quite literally. And then Oz the Story / Oz the Story 2, or I guess it's called Oz the 2. Now, Oz the Story, it was a pretty fun game at the time. I loved it. I still do, but and it's a shame that the servers are no longer up. But every good thing has to come to an end. It would seem that collecting fire was a new experience for Mr. Alphanode. His must have been a privileged upbringing. If these hides we need, I've got 2 of them. Ice Heart.
同志たちから報告は受けていた。 どうか仲間の非礼を許してほしい。私を追う理由を聞かせてもらえるだろうか。
We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard.
そうか。ドラゴン族の進軍を止めるために対話を。あなたの決意は本物なのだな。しかし竜と人との対立の根源にある隠された真実を知らねば対話も叶わないだろう。
She's far less hostile than when we first met her in Remaborn.
今こそ語ろう。私が見た真実に触れる過去。
What's happened?
1200年もの遥か昔、エレゼン族の一団がクルザスの地にやってきた。当初はドラゴン族との小競り合いが絶えなかったが、やがて一人の乙女が二つの種族の架け橋となる。彼女の名はシバ。彼女は高い知性と理性を持つ竜と対話する中で、七大天竜の一翼である聖竜フレースベルグと出会い、種の違いを超えてかの竜を愛するようになった。だが人の命は竜のそれに比べてはるかに短い。どんなに長く生きようとも人は100年もすれば死ぬ。一方で竜は1000年万年の時を生きる。シバの愛を受け入れたフレースベルグも苦悩した。やがて死が2人を分かつという現実に。そしてシバは懇願したのだ。自分を食らってほしいと。魂となって永遠に寄り添うために。かくしてシバの魂はフレースベルグに宿り、これを知ったドラゴン族と人とは互いを認め、融和への道を歩んでいった。二つの種族は協力し、この地に美しい国を築いた。しかし竜の目に満ちた力は人の心を惑わせ、この蜜月関係はわずか200年足らずで終焉を迎える。人は欲望を抑えきれなかった。自己のために七大天竜を騙し討ち、その目を奪ったのだ。今イシュガルドを襲わんとしているのは、七大天竜の一翼にして人の裏切りにより目を失ったニーズヘッグとその眷属。かの竜の目的は奪われた目の奪還だろう。それが叶わぬ限り対話に応じるとは思えないが。
それは違うな。お前の語る過去が真実かどうかは別として、確かに以前ニーズヘックは竜の目を狙っていた。だからこそ俺は危険を承知の上で竜の目を持ち出し、都市を離れて各地を転々としていたのだ。奴をコートから引き離すためにな。
これが竜の目。
これまで奴は執拗に俺を狙い続けていた。だがここに来て狙いをイシュガルドに変えた。 そこには奪還すべき目がないことを承知の上でだ。
こうと攻撃の理由が別にあるというのか。
それに奴の像は目を奪還したとしても晴れまい。この竜の目を通じて俺に伝わる暗い感情はもはや狂気と呼ばれるほどのものだ。
ニーズヘッグとの対話が絶望的だとして、聖竜フレースベルグならばどうだろう。イシュガルド侵攻に加担していないことを考えると、今も融和を望んでいる可能性はないだろうか。
あくまでも争いを止めると。ならば私も共に行こう。かつて私がフレースベルグと開交した地、霊峰ソームアルに抱かれし竜の領域ドラバニア。かの竜はその航空に広がる雲海に進まう。
Uh-oh. What's going on? Oh, one crystal has light again.
どうした？大丈夫かい？無理はしないでくれよ。さあ行こう。ドラバニアは西の山を越えた先だ。
驚いた。我が竜の爪をわずかとはいえ打ち砕こうとは。調和を望み混沌を鎮めんとする固き決意。これが人の意志か。その行く末見極めさせてもらおうぞ。
It's funny hearing a dark, menacing voice such as him and a very tiny dragon. Sweet! I can now fly! You're a Cecily, yes? Pray address me as Isail. I'm just gonna call you Sail. Record the... No, you Sail, if you wish. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that the fate should bring us together? Never did I think I would walk alongside the Warrior of Light. But history is full of unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania, then? The chill of the Western Highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. We are now up to the Forelands. I forgot how short you are in the areas here. I can now fly! Fly away! Alright. Guess I can get to the part of maps I couldn't get to before. You can pretty much tell where the gaps on the map. See how like this brownish outline is? Once you've got that little brownish outline, that means you can't go any further. That's the boundary. See that little dotted line? So I gotta go there, and I gotta go down there. And then this map will be complete. And I'll show you how I can't, the reason why I can't get into the hinterlands. I believe there's a big rock wall that bars me. See, there's a rock wall right there, which prevents me from getting into the hinterlands. I would say the hinterlands is the last area in Heavensward that you actually visit. So, oh no, I lied. Hinterlands, I believe, is the second to last area that you visit. And there we go. The map is complete. That's pretty much the gist of how you get a lot of XP for completing the map too. Look at that. Am I seriously like 3,000 XP away from leveling up? You know what? I'm gonna find some strong enemies. Actually, no, I can just complete this quest. Look at that. There's not even a sliver of bar left. I'm literally like 2,000 XP away from leveling up. Alright. I could just teleport there, but... there's no point going to there because I'll get stuck on a small island, I believe. Like right up there. I'll tell you what, getting the ether currents and sea clouds and not the Forelands, but the area that we go to after the Forelands is a royal pain in the ass. And it's gonna suck for me when I do all the side quests in the area after the Forelands. There's a reason why I hate Moogles. I'll just say that right now, and that area is the reason why.
アルデナード小大陸を東西に貫くエオルゼアの背骨、アバラシア山脈、霊峰ソームアルを仰ぎ見るこの地はドラゴン族の本拠地として知られる。竜がその空を支配する領域に冒険者たちは足を踏み入れるのだった。
Look at all the chocobos. So many chocobos. Too bad, oh, there's an aether right in front of me. We now stand at the threshold of Dravania. The path to Somal will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest and branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned? There is a village here, but I thought these lands lands the sole domain of the dragon kind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marchamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections. Owing to this ceaseless chatter, if we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Look at all the chocobos! So many chocobos. Too bad they're not friendly. Alright, let's get this. So, you know how the gist of the ether currents run. I don't have time for another part now because I did all that because I did that dungeon and those side quests. So, I'm gonna finish this quest. And then, I think I'll call it a night. I have less than an hour before maintenance. I have about 40 minutes now. Or no, I lied. We have an hour and 10 minutes, but that's just not enough. Oh, cool. I mean, it could be enough if I want to get more story in, but... I want to go ahead and get these ether currents out. Sir! I got hiccups. Well, Tam my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh, anything lovely you sail. It's been too long, girl. And then it has, Marsham. That it has. My companions are on a pilgrimage to Somal. Might we stay in Tailfeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons must have been bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Did the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did you sail not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them tying kalim trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife is canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop you sail here, but dragons ain't the only things you need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. What's that supposed to mean? That doesn't sound good at all. I'll take these, because these things seem to sell fairly decently. There's my level. Oh, I got stone 4? Oh, nice. Cool. I thought I had to get into Stormblood for that. Awesome. So, it's not tied to, I know, that's still not what I wanted to do. Divine Benison. So I guess these aren't tied to... I know... I'm not sure. I think this is tied to a quest. I don't remember which ones are tied to quests or not, but I thought all these were tied to quests, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, cool. I got stone 4. A lot earlier than I had thought I was gonna get it. Alright, so I'm going to end it here. I'm gonna do some more ether hunts, Ethernet current hunts, current hunts, more side quests, and do what I can before the maintenance starts. I'd rather not have a repeat of what happened before where I got cut off mid cutscene. So I hope you enjoyed it, and when we come back we will begin our adventures officially in the Fourlands. So I will see you then. Hope you enjoyed it. Later.